What's up, YouTube? So here's that video I was promising you guys. This is the 55-gallon drum video. I've said in previous videos, water is probably your most vital resource. And so this is a great start. This is by no means enough to get you through, a terrible event, SHTF, whatever you want to call it, hurricane, lights out, anything that happens. However, it's a good start. So 55 gallons for my family of three. If you're doing about a gallon a day, you know, that's roughly 20 days or so. It could probably be stretched to about a month's supply of water. Obviously, this isn't all that I have, but this is a very good system to have that stores a large amount of water, and it keeps it in a pretty nice, area so that you don't have a ton of space being taken up by, tons and tons of gallons of water or, bottled water or what have you, where it's much more, more difficult to store. This is also easily treatable. So I'm going to kind of go through the different items that you'll need. So again, you have your 55-gallon drum. Over here, you got your bung wrench. As you can see, it says a gaz and bung wrench. I got this for about $10 on Amazon. This is going to slide into your grooves here, and then you'll just be able to open it up. Now I've already got one side open, as you can see, and here I have my siphon pump. So this pump goes into the drum. As you can see, it hasn't been used in a while. I'm going to have to clean it, but I'm just doing this as an educational type video. And so basically you put the one end in of your drum, this end would go in whatever, your cup, wherever you want to put the water, the clean water into, and you would just basically pump the water out of the drum. You are also going to need some type of, if you want to be able to move it, here's my dolly, as you can see. It's about $40 or so on Amazon. This is not, by no means am I saying that this is the best system to use. However, it's practical. Like I said, it was $40 on Amazon. The drum fits directly inside of it, and you are able to move it around. I've had this system before when I was in Maryland, and although it's not the greatest, it's going to be still difficult to move, because again, when you fill up a 55-gallon drum of water, you're looking at like 465 pounds of water. Roughly 1 gallon of water is about 8 pounds or so. So, you do the math. I don't know the exact number, but it's somewhere around 460, 465. Plus, you got a couple pounds, from the drum. Also, you will need something to treat the water. So that's the one item I do not have out with me. I have it here in my home, but my wife's on a call right now and I can't get to it. I don't want to interrupt her. But it's a little vial, and it's basically a solution, bleach solution, that's meant specifically for treating 55 gallons of water, exactly 55 gallons of water. Again, it was maybe $8 or so on Amazon. Makes it really easy. You don't have to measure anything out. You know exactly what you're getting, and it says it treats it for 5 years. So I've seen people say every year and a half, you should be emptying your drum and refilling it. I would imagine if this says that it's 5 years, it's 5 years. They're not going to say that it can treat something if it's not going to treat it for that long. And also, you want to keep your drum wherever you end up putting it. That's another thing I'd like to point out. Before you fill your drum, one thing you want to do is make sure you find a place that you're going to put it. So once your drum's full, you're either not going to be able to move it if you don't have anything under it, like a dolly, or you'll be able to move it, but it's going to be kind of a pain, and you're not going to want to move it. So I already have my spot picked out. It's also strategically located so that I'm able to run my hose into the drum. As you can see, this is a brand new hose. This is just a garden hose, although it would be better if I just had literally a water hose. And so if you can get that at, Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever, that's preferred. However, this is a garden hose and it's brand new. It's never been used. As you can see, I just took it out of the packaging. Here is my garden hose that I've used before. You don't want to use a used garden hose. because it's full of junk and bacteria, and you're just going to be putting dirty water basically into your drum, which you want clean water. And then of course there's my spigot, so that's where I'll be filling it. I'll run my hose through the door here once I decide to fill it, which will be today. I'm not going to fill it on video because it takes 20-30 minutes just to put the water in it in itself, and with me trying to hold my phone, it would just be too difficult. But you guys get the idea. Prior to filling the drum with water, the water that you potentially will be able to drink from, you're going to want to fill this drum with copious amounts of water. You don't want to fill the whole thing up, but enough water that when you slosh it around, you'll be able to hit the entire portion of the inside of the drum. And also, you're also going to want to put in with the water, here's about 1/8 to a 1/2 cup of bleach. Just household bleach is fine. You want to clean the inside of your drum. You make sure that not only are you putting clean water in with your clean hose, but you're also putting it into a clean system that when it's time for you to pull water from it, you're able to drink from it, bathe in it, whatever you want to do. Again, I say bathe, I mean sponge bath. You're not gonna dump multiple gallons into a tub just to bathe in it. That'd be a huge waste of water. But be able to have clean water to be able to sponge bath yourself or drink from, feed your animals, feed your garden, whatever it is that you need to do. That would be ideal. So that's what I'm going to do here next. I'll probably shoot a video once it's all complete, when it's all set up. The only other thing I may buy is basically like a blanket, cloth, whatever you would have you, that drapes over the drum to help keep out UV light, because if you allow UV light, it's going to promote algae growth, and you don't want that. Now I don't know if that's still an issue when you have it treated, like I will. However, I like to take all steps I possibly can. So on top of treating it, on top of putting clean filtered water in it, I'm also going to try and block out as much sun as I can. When I bought this drum, my options were blue and almost like a opaque white, so I figured the blue would probably keep out the sunlight a little bit better. When I first bought this system in Maryland, no joke, I got the entire drum, shipping and everything, for about $70. Now when I went online, I did find the drum for $70. However, when you include shipping, it came out to about $55 in shipping. So you're at like $125 just for the drum. You got $40 for the dolly, so $165. Another 10 or so for the bung wrench, $175. This specific siphon pump was about $30, so you're at $195. A new hose, and some treatment for the water, and you got another $20-30 there, so you're at like $225 or so, and that's about the cheapest that I could find all of these items. So you're looking at like $225 for a system like this if you don't have any of these items. Again, the dolly is not needed if you have a spot that you can put it and you're okay with it just staying there, and that it's not going to be needed to move. Then you don't even need the dolly. You can just put it somewhere in your house, a nice dark spot in your house. However, I would say if you don't have a dolly or something to raise it off the floor, you're going to want maybe like some wood or some 2x4s or something to keep it elevated off the ground. And that's about it. That's pretty much everything you're going to need. And this will be a nice source of water if anything does happen, and then your family's in a much better spot. Again, I wouldn't just have this 55-gallon drum. My plan is to get more of these, maybe even some smaller ones like a 30-gallon or even smaller than that, and try to make some space. I have another plan of trying to get some more racking systems so I can better organize my preps and stuff like that. But that's obviously, as you guys know, that if you do anything like this isn't something that you just kind of drop all this money all at once. You kind of do it in steps. And so some of this stuff I had, like the bung wrench and the siphon pump, I kept it from my last system, so that saved me some money there. But some of the other items I still had to go back out and buy. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, anything I might have missed, any pointers, please say it in the comments. You're helping people out. I did have somebody comment on one of my previous videos about how this dolly is junk, and good luck moving a moving a 55-gallon drum with that dolly. And I completely agree, it's not the best system. I'm telling you guys that right now. Again, you've got plastic wheels. It's not the best, but like I said, I've had this system in Maryland. I was able to move it. Again, it's on, you're not moving it from floor to floor, you're moving it from one spot on the floor to another spot on the floor. And you know, it does help. In my house, I have tile floors, so everything's flat. It's not, you know, carpet or anything like that. So it does make it a little bit easier to move. And you're doing it kind of slow. You're not, you know, it's not moving very fast, but you are able to move it easier than if you didn't have a drum, or sorry, if you didn't have a dolly. But like I said, that's everything. I'll kind of update you. This is my little container garden that I made. 4 of the 6 seem to have some decent growth here. Some of these are just sprouting up, as you can see. Now these, on the other hand, these 2 are not doing as well, which I believe I have it as pepper. What is this one? This one is spinach. So, and that's kind of concerning because spinach is one of the easier ones to grow. So I may have to replant these. Excuse me. They've been getting watered pretty much every day, not only by me, but also from, we've been getting rain every day here pretty much in Florida. So they've been getting plenty of sunlight, plenty of water. But again, these 2 might have to be fixed here because they're not, you know, they're not doing much at all. So just kind of an update on those. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Thanks.